All right. So once again, we have the ledger, and now we're going to complete our trial balance based off of the ledger. So now that we completed the ledger, that means we're ready to do our trial balance. So here, I'm going to save you some extra time because Excel is amazing, right? We could do a lot of things with Excel. Now, here's one thing that we're going to do. So instead of typing in all of these little, accounts, right? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a copy of this sheet and then transfer not transfer all the information, but just insert my extra accounts that I have added in here for that reason, okay? Because I want to save a lot of time on having to type everything up, and some of these accounts, they don't change. So it's great that we don't have to retype those numbers in there. All we have to do is just ensure nothing has changed in regards to that account. So what I'm going to do is, you guys should have learned this in your Excel class. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the trial balance that you want to make a copy of. Right click it, and it says move or make a copy. So I'm going to go ahead and click move or make a copy. I want it to be placed right either above or below trial balance number 4. And I'm going to check mark that I want to create a copy. And I'm going to click OK. So now I'm in the copy version of it now. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the information so that it's reflecting of what I want to see for the trial balance number 4. So trial balance number 4, it just says the Coffee Cafe ending on June 28th. So that's when I'm going to make changes here on my trial balance number 3 is it's not going to say 21st. I want it to say 28. Okay? And what I'm going to do first is you have to delete the trial balance number 4 before you can rename your worksheet. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it since I don't need it anymore. I'm going to click delete, and then I'm going to go back to my trial balance number 3, parentheses 2, and I'm going to rename that. So double click this, rename it to trial balance number 4. And here, it transferred not only all these cells that I've created, it also transferred the account balances. So here, this is my account balance that I started out from week 3, and it's moved over, and it's a exact replica of the trial balance that we completed before that. So this and this are identical. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply all the shortcuts I know to go ahead and fill in all the information, because we do have new accounts that are added in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete all this so I can clear up some space. Okay, so once again, we have all of our sales are all intact here. So now we just have to go down the line and go through each and every single one. And every time I insert something in here, what's going to happen is the formula that is down here in the totals, it's going to keep expanding. Okay, so there's no need to make any changes here unless your formula is not going through. Then you just have to retype in the formula equal sum and highlight the whole entire column. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my trial balance number 4. So we're going to start with our checking account with our assets. So checking, once again, here we are. It is definitely changed, and it's changed to reflect that we have a debit balance of $6,819.54. Okay, all right. Let's see what's next. Next, we have petty cash, right? Petty cash has not been affected, right? So there, I saved myself time because I don't have to type it in again. Same thing with the cash in the register. It's for 310. Right there, it's 310. Okay. Now the next account is accounts receivable. So, what is our new ending balance in my accounts receivable?
2560.42.
25, 60, 42. Okay. All right, next account is going to be my allowance for doubtful accounts. We don't have any. Okay. Business supplies, we don't have any. Well, we do, but it's broken down into other ones. So here, yes, we've made changes to our medium coffee cups. What is the amount now? 270.63. Okay. Excuse me. All right, next is large coffee cups. Yes, we made changes to this too. We bought more cups. Okay. How much is it now?
405.94.
405.94. Okay. Did we make changes to sugar? Yes, we did. We definitely bought more sugar. All right. We bought how much more? 64.80. Very good. Same thing with the coffee creamer. How much did we buy? 53889. Okay. And then office supplies. Office supplies should be for 150. No change. Next account is going to be our inventory. Yes, we have definitely made our changes to inventory. Let's see how much is it now. Okay, so we're at 12224. Okay. What about my Supreme coffee? Let's scroll down. Here we are, Supreme coffee. 223.49. Okay. All right. Do we have anything for the coffee mugs? Nope. Furniture, nothing there. But bistro, tables, and chairs. Did we make any changes to that one? No. So here I can go ahead and scroll up. Now we're just confirming what changed and what hasn't changed. So the bistro tables has not changed. Okay. What about the counter? No changes there. What about the desk set? No changes there. What about the display shelves?
No change.
No change. Okay. And then the computer definitely has not changed. Let me find my computer real quick. So office equipment right here, computer. Nothing's changed there. My printer?
No change there.
No change there. What about my cash register? No change there. So now now we're going to go move into equipment. Any changes to my equipment for my coffee brewer?
Yes.
All right, what is it now?
450529.
Right, we have a discount here. So there we are applying the discount. What about my coffee grinder?
Yes, we got a discount on that too.
Yes, we did. So now it is down to 414557. 414557. Okay. And then vehicles. Right? Do we make any changes to my truck?
No.
No changes to my truck. Okay. Next is prepaid accounts. Okay. Do we make any changes to my prepaid accounts?
No.
No. Okay. What about my deposits?
No.
Nope. Still 1,700. And my goodwill? Still 2,100. And we don't have any miscellaneous expense. Okay. It's been zeroed out. So here, I just saved myself a lot of time by going through all these accounts because some of these accounts, they're fixed assets. They're not going to change until you sell it. Okay? So at least for here, instead of having to redo everything once again, copy and paste everything, I can just go through each one. And if I need to add something, I just add it in there. Okay? So there, now we're done with our assets. Okay? So next we're going to be looking at is going to be our liabilities. So here I know for a fact we have a lot of new accounts in here. So we're going to be doing a lot of adding in here. So first things first, all right, what's my accounts payable account balance right now? 43, 45. Did you say 17?
70.
Hold on. Let me move it over just a bit.
43, 45,
70, 43, 45, 70. Okay, I'll just shrink this side up actually. Or move this one over. There you go. So next is going to be my Visa payable. How much is my account balance in my Visa payable?
16, 15, 26. That's what I think.
6. Yes, that is a lot. Okay. Maybe I can shrink this just a bit. There you go. And then probably move this over. Okay. And probably move this over. Perfect. All right, next, okay. So here, after accounts payable and Visa payable, right, we updated that. Next is going to be my payroll liabilities. So once again, we'll talk about main accounts the next time we do our trial balance, right? So the next week, I would need you guys to do your trial balance using your main accounts because that's what's going to make it easier to compute your financial statements. But for now, we don't need our main account. So in this payroll liabilities, nothing there. What we do have here is we don't have salaries or wages payable, commissions payable. We do have our first one, which is our company FITW payable. So if you guys remember from Excel, how we insert a cell or a row in this case is we're going to select the one that we want and we're going to insert it right above. So every time you insert, it's going to go right above. It never goes below. So in this case, I picked on my sales tax payable, and I said I'm going to insert one above, okay? Now, I'm going to insert a bunch of them because I know that there's a lot of extra accounts that we're looking at. We're looking at FITW, OASDI, Medicare, then we got to do with company FICA, company FUTA, company SUTA, all right, workers' compensation. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in each one. So the first one is going to be employee FUTA. Employee FITW. So that's our first one right there. For your trial balance, yes, you can use shortcuts if it's necessary, okay? Just as long as you know that, because there's no accounts associated, like the account numbers, so it doesn't have to be specific. But as long as your trial balance reflects of exactly every single account. So I'm just going to put employee FITW right there, all right? And it's a credit balance of 4016, okay? Next we have is employee AOASDI, also known as Social Security. So I'm just going to put employee OASDI. All right, we also have to do employee HI. Okay, so employee OASDI, how much is it outstanding for?
33.73.
$33.73. Okay. And then now we're diving into Medicare. How much Medicare?
$7.89.
$7.89. Okay. Okay, so next we have company FICA. Okay, so this one we know this one's going to be company FICA. We got company FUTA. We got company SUTA. And we also have workers' compensation. Workers' comp. Okay, so first one's first. How much is our company FICA?
$41.62.
$41.62. Okay. What about company FUTA?
It's gonna be 41.62. FICA.
FICA is okay. 41. Sorry, I fat fingered that one. 41.62. Okay. FUTA
$32.64.
32.64. Okay. SUTA
$16.32.
16.32. And then workers' compensation
$7.40.
$7.40. Okay. Now let's go ahead and scroll. Keep scrolling down. Do we have a utilities payable?
No.
No. So that means anything that's a city payable, that's a let me see. Electrical to payable, so electricity, gas, water, telephone, all of those payables we don't have. What about unearned revenue?
Yes.
Yes, but what account balance is it? It's zero. So no, we don't need to include it because it's zero. Right? That would just be another waste of space. Okay. Now, sales tax payable. Yes, we've definitely made changes to our sales tax payable. What total amount is my sales tax payable?
$16.36.59.
$16.36.59. $16.36.59. Boom. Okay. Next is loans. Any loans? Business loans? Truck loans. Okay. Did we make any changes to the truck loan?
No.
No. That's the last of it right there. So we are completely done with that section. Okay. Now next is owner's equity. Right? Owner's equity has not changed yet because we haven't closed out our books yet. So it's still $30,000. Okay. However, we just made a withdrawal. So now we need to update our owner's withdrawal to reflect $3,000. Okay. Now next is going to be our revenues. So this one, we've already exhausted the first time in week 3. So all of our accounts are there. Now we just have to plug in all our numbers. So starting from the very top of our sales for regular coffee. How much is my balance for the sales of the regular coffee?
$11.12.02.
11.12.02. Okay. What about our sales for Supreme Coffee?
$11.57.10.
11.57.10. Okay. What about our sales for the ceramic coffee mugs?
$15.43.30.
15.43.30. Okay. Now we're going to do sales for medium regular coffee.
$42.76.51.
42.76.51. Okay. Now large regular coffee. So large, regular coffee.
52, 62, 40.
52, 64, oh, 62.40.
40.
Good. What about our medium supreme coffee?
54, 38, 16.
54.38.16. Okay. What about our large supreme coffee?
60, 65, 15.
60, 55, 15. Okay. Next is going to be our sales returns and allowances. Did this change?
No.
No. It's still 1996. Okay. What about our sales discount?
Yes.
Yes, this has definitely changed. What is it now?
1879.59.
1879.59. Okay. And then delivery income has definitely increased by how much?
240.
$240. Okay. And then do we have any interest income? No. Now our cost of goods sold. Okay, so there's only two here. So cost of goods sold for the regular coffee, what is the balance right now?
1097, 51.
1097.51. Okay. What about my cost of goods sold for the supreme coffee? 1160.01. Okay. And that's it for that. No cost of goods sold for the coffee mugs. No cost of material. We haven't talked about that yet. That's going to be at the end. It's going to be the adjustment entry. So we're going to look at that later. Now we are finally at the end where we're going to be going through all of our expenses. So starting from the top, do we have advertising expense? Did it change?
No.
No, advertising has not changed. Okay. What about business expenses? Actually, I'm sorry. Bank fees.
No.
No, we haven't done our bank reconciliation yet, but we will at the end of the month. Okay. What about our business expenses?
Yes, but it hasn't changed.
Good. Next is going to be freight expense. This one for sure has changed.
Yes.
Freight expense. Freight expense is not 200 anymore. It is now
500.
500. Okay. What about insurance expense?
Yes, but no change.
Yes, the same. Okay. What about labor expense? Okay, so so it's broken down into subcontractor expense.
No change in that.
No change in that. Temporary labor expense.
No change.
No change. Okay. License and permit expense.
No change.
No change. Next is loss on disposal of asset.
Nope, no change.
No change there. Office supplies expense. Once again, that's an adjustment entry. We'll deal with that later. Next is payroll expenses. Yes, we definitely have a bunch of payroll expenses. So we need to add in 3 here. So here, I'm going to place it. I'm going to click on my purchase expense, right, that row, and I'm going to insert a row there. So 1, 2, and then one more, 3. Okay. So the first payroll expense is going to be salaries and wages payable. I'm sorry, expense. Salaries and wages expense. Okay? For what amount? $544. Okay? Next is going to be commissions expense. Okay, for 140.18. Right? Last but not least, we have our payroll tax expense. Payroll tax expense. For a grand total of
97.98.
$97.98. Okay. What about our purchase expense? Has that increased?
Oh yes.
Yes, it has. Right? What is the amount?
1,092.20.
$1092.20. Okay. Do we have any purchase returns and allowances?
Yes.
Has it increased?
Yes.
Yes, to $22.24. Good. All right. Do we have any purchase discounts?
No.
Rent expense?
Yes, but no change.
Okay, and then once again, I'm going to go over this real quick. Travel expenses, no. Utilities expense, no. Bad debt expense, no. Depreciation and amortization expense, no. So let's double check our work at the bottom. Did we match? Oh, goodness. There we go. We got 92,106.09 on the left side, 92,106.09 on the right side. We matched, so we've been doing so good. And yes, our trial balance has balanced. So we are complete with week 4. So save this worksheet because what I'm going to do is we're going to transfer and make a copy again for week 5 or for the unadjusted trial balance. So once again, when we complete next week's, all right, ending trial balance, so it's going to be the unadjusted trial balance, right, before we do the adjustments, I'm going to require you to add up all of your accounts and place them into their main accounts. So, okay, and we'll practice that together, okay? But just note that we are going to be reusing this worksheet, so we're just going to make a copy of it and start with week 5 from there, okay? So any questions so far? So we did good with our trial balance. We balanced on each side, so we are done from June 28th. Okay? No questions? Okay.